Hi everybody. I thought tonight we would make some Irish potato soup. Now I don't know if it's really from Ireland. That is just what it is called. That's what my mom always called it. So this is my way of making it, and I hope you enjoy it. We're not working on the table today. We're going directly to the stove. So with that being said, let's get to cooking. Your first step is to turn your stove to about medium. Now let me tell you that I have a propane stove. So my heat is going to be a little bit different than yours. So please adjust your heat accordingly. Step one is going to be your butter. You're going to put in a half a cup. Now what you're going to do is you're going to let that melt. And what we're going to be doing with this butter is we're going to be sauteing celery and onion. Now keep in mind that all this is done, the whole meal is done in one pan, from sauteing all the way to creaming the soup itself. So the butter is all melted, so we're going to go ahead and add in our onion. This is 1 1/4. Now this is 1 1/4 to probably 1 3/4 cup of onion. It really is your decision, depending on how much you like onion. Now, while the onion is starting to saute and soften, we're going to add in the celery. This is 5 stalks of celery. We'll add that in there. We're going to go ahead and let this saute. You want to stir it every once in a while. You don't want it to burn. The celery and the onion, it looks pretty good, pretty tender. The next step is going to be to add in 5 1/4 cups of chicken broth. I made my own using chicken bouillon, but it's totally up to you which way you want to go with it. Now after you add this in, you're going to add in 3/4 teaspoons of white pepper. And we're going to do 3/4 teaspoons, 3. How much you want to bet that white pepper is what's going to warm those bones. We're going to leave this on the stove and kind of stir it every once in a while until it comes to a boil, and that is when we're going to add in our potatoes. All right, we're boiling. So the next step is to put in 9 cups of potatoes. That sounds like a lot, I know. Now you're going to cook these potatoes in the soup probably for a half hour or so. If you put the lid on it, they'll cook a little bit faster, but make sure you keep an eye on it and maybe do a low boil on low heat, probably lower heat. Just keep an eye on it. And then when those potatoes are almost done to where you stick a fork in it and the fork goes in easily, that's when you're going to add your milk in and turn it into the creamier soup. If you know anybody that likes this, make sure you, or wants to learn how to cook it, make sure you share it. Alrighty, this took about 20 minutes. That's not too bad. 20 minutes till it was ready. So your final ingredient is going to be 3 cups of milk. And I'm super excited about the taste test. Look at how much soup this makes, guys. And we're going to use the immersion blender, or you can use even a regular blender or a hand blender to make this creamy. And let's go ahead and blend this up and let's eat. So as I'm doing this, do you see how it's beginning to cream? Look, the potatoes are no longer all chunky. Isn't that nice? Now, having a little bit in there is wonderful. I actually think that that's about as chunky as I want it anyway. So we're going to go ahead and go over to our table and let's have some soup. If any of you guys make it, go ahead and put a photo of it below. This is what I've chosen to do. This is just a 4-ounce bowl with some crackers. And I'll just put my soup in here. Oh my goodness gracious. By the way, this smells absolutely amazing. I can already tell that it's going to keep me warm for a long time. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? I'm choosing to go ahead and top it with a little bit of cheddar. Totally up to you. Here we go. The taste test. All right. You might not hear from me again because this is really good. All right, guys, this is awesome. I really hope you make it. And until next time, I'm gonna go ahead and go eat. So until next time, God bless, stay safe out there, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.